everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2, Storm of Zehir. Last episode, we did a little bit of running up in the northwest here, and we found our way to Port Llast. We haven't gone into it yet, but we're about to. We also found the last arcane nexus we had to handle, and, well, we need to go back later in order to find out what the analysis was. Right now, let's go into Port Llast. You approach Port Llast. Even from some distance away, you can see the signs of economic damage that have been wreaked on the area. Burned homes, empty barns, fallow fields. Enter the town. Come on. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is definitely Port Llast. Got a blacksmith's workbench, Luskan soldier. There's gonna be a whole bunch of people to talk to here. Out of my way, I've got some villagers to subjugate. I'm sorry, subjugate? Oh dear. That's more than a little concerning. Easy, Yushai. This town makes us uneasy.
If you're looking for supplies in Port Llast, Parzici has what you need.
Are you the only merchant in town? As of now, yes. Don't listen to the doomsayer ninnies in town. Port Llast will be a fast-growing city again soon. There are always growing pains when a transfer of power takes place, but the Luskans will be good for us in the long run. Heremos was incompetent, and progress has stagnated under his guidance. Who is Heremos? Heremos was the appointed leader of Port Llast. Now that the Luskans have taken over, they've locked him up in the garrison until they figure out what to do with him. I don't have all day to chat, friend. You looking to buy something or not? Yeah, let's see what you got. Dark steel chain shirt, good arrows, couple potions, couple items there, and a few things there, including a couple dark steel recipes. Nothing we need, however.
I ask you to follow me.
Still,
now.
I am a little concerned. Port Llast garrison, blacksmith's workbench, the Alliance Arms Inn, the Platinum Pride. Well, let's take a look at the garrison.
Your soldiers cannot remain entrenched here forever. The source of the undead scourge must be found and stopped.
Regretfully, my answer to you is the same as yesterday. We cannot spare any more soldiers without sacrificing the security of Port Llast.
Huh.
Welcome to the new face of Port Llast. Are you merchant, traveler, or adventurer?
Doesn't look like this town has seen much of any of those lately. Apologies for that. We had enough soldiers to liberate Port Llast, but we need still more to solve the problems that are limiting commerce. Reinforcements from Luskan are slow to come. You said you liberated Port Llast. Port Llast has been tied to Neverwinter, an association that has provided little benefit and cost dearly. Strange of Luskans to try and put a positive spin on matters of conflict. Did you say the same thing about your other wars? I will admit my nation has a reputation for aggression. That is not entirely undeserved. But this was a liberating action, not a conquering one. If the people did not want us here, would they not be fighting back? Maybe not openly, but it sounds like you're more than a little scared of one of your men ending up with a slit throat some night. So you say. Rest assured, you do not know the situation as well as I. Well, as enlightening as this conversation has been, I'm afraid I have little time for political wrangling. If you wish to speak with me about matters of actual import, I will be here. Good day. Juliana, maybe keep your mouth shut for now.
Good to see you again. Tell me why you have come.
I have some questions for you. I see. Very well then, proceed. Who were you speaking to before? The Doom Guide? He is here because of the unusual undead activity that's been occurring recently. It seemed you had a disagreement with him. True enough. He comes to me daily, requesting that I do more to deal with the undead. But my answer is the same each time. We are doing all we can without jeopardizing the security of Port Llast. I can take care of your undead problems. Any help you can provide is most welcome. The undead here seem to always come from the east. I suggest searching there first. What sort of adventuring work do you have? These storms continue to rampage out of control. I need an emissary to travel to the local temple of Umberlee on our behalf. I also need someone to put a stop to the undead assaults in Port Llast. Is it normal for such fierce weather to ravage the coast in these parts? The frequency and ferocity of the recent weather is most troublesome. I dispatched an emissary, Kralver, to consult with the local temple of Umberlee in the area for advice, but he's long overdue in returning. I would be willing to reward you if you could help in this manner. Take the reward you were thinking of and double it. Then we'll talk. Very well, I can see you're serious about your work. Here's a stipend. I hope you put it to good use. In the meantime, near a day's travel to the northwest is a seaside cave. There's a temple to Umberlee within. Consult with the residing priestess regarding the recent storms and parlay the goodwill of Luskan towards the goddess. Should you find the cause of the storms, do whatever is necessary to end them. Why is there so little trading going on? This port looks near deserted. Apologies for that. We had enough soldiers to liberate Port Llast, but we need still more to solve the problems that are limiting commerce. What kind of problems? There's been a rash of storms all along the coast. Effectively, this presents any reinforcement by sea, not to mention the havoc they've wreaked on trade. However, even more disturbing are the recent undead attacks. Ah, that explains the presence of the Doom Guide you were speaking to. True enough. He comes to me daily requesting that I do more to deal with the undead, but my answer is the same each time. We're doing all we can without jeopardizing the security of Port Llast. Indeed. I guess we can't go into that wooden door. Port Llast taken over by Luskan. Yeah, that's a little concerning. For now, we'll have to see what we can do about all these quests. Okay. Don't see the Septim... Ah, there's Septimand.
Greetings. It is a rare sight to see visitors in Port Llast these days.
Why is that?
A foul plague of abominations have attacked this town as of late. I protect this place nightly from the undead, but in doing so, I cannot take the fight to them. If you would investigate where they may be coming from, it would be a blessing.
Maybe we could work together on this.
That may be. Though I am loath to leave the town undefended, perhaps this is the better way. Very well. My help is yours if you require it.
I could use some assistance.
Forgive me. I fear you have too many allies already. I shall remain here until there is...
Ah. Okay. Well, at least Septimand is willing to help if we can free up some space. Maybe we should take him for a little bit. Let's see. The Alliance arms in. Let's investigate the inn. Couple commoners. More commoners. Eomar. There's someone. And Falgor.
Buy me a drink, stranger. The end is near.
That seems to be something said often these days. What do you mean by it?
What are you, blind? Undead walking the streets at night, just a matter of time.
You think something big is about to happen. What?
Alright, listen. The other night, during one of them undead attacks, I heard one of them things talking. Can you believe that? Anyhow, he'd mumbled the words last port over and over again. Don't seem like much, yeah, but listen to this. Port Llast ain't been called last port in more than 10 generations.
10 generations? That wasn't since the last nobility. The Adriam family.
Hey, that's good. You should write a book or something. Like that guy, what's his name? Voldo. Rollo. Something. But there's more, you see. Me ma always used to say the Adriam curse is still around, and one day the dead will walk the streets of Port Llast, looking for revenge. fair, though. Me ma drank twice as much as me and talked to the cat.
It is not so wrong to speak with animals, my friend.
Yeah, but that cat were buried in the garden since before I was born. Ma was crazy. Worse than a pixie in a bread box. But she always knew how to scare the hells out of me.
Thank you for the story. Very curious. Let's see with Falgor.
Welcome to the Alliance Arms Inn. What can I do for you, stranger?
I'm looking for some information.
Is that a fact? Well, I'm looking for a young lass with a fetish for pot-bellied older men. Does that mean don't mean I'm actually going to find one, does it? I could, maybe talk you up to my sister. Oh yeah, she's beautiful. Loves older men. Depends if I think you're a good enough guy. I see. I guess a little conversation never hurt anyone, now did it? What do you want to know?
The streets of this town are empty. What's going on here?
If you haven't noticed, Luskan soldiers have taken over Port Llast. Neverwinter and the Lord's Alliance have left us to fend for ourselves. Our former leader, Heramos, has been imprisoned in his own garrison, if you can believe it.
How many soldiers do the Luskans have here? The innkeeper eyes you skeptically and lowers his voice to a whisper.
The garrison has troops in it, so does the Platinum Pride, not to mention all the guards that patrol the streets.
The Platinum Pride?
The ship's docked over at the wharf. There's a priest of some sort aboard and a full crew of Luskan pirates. The guards don't let anybody on that dock, though, so nobody knows exactly how many are in there.
The garrison?
That's where our new town leader spends most of his time. It's located on the south side of town. You can't miss the guards out front.
Have you heard any rumors?
So there's wargs attack. Okay.
Thank you. Ah! Guest book. Let's see. So if we do this, put Lastry away. Now let's see this Doom Guide. Excuse me. Septimund, there you are. Oh crap! Undead! They were curious about this, weren't they? They were not kidding about undead showing up and killing everyone. During the night, at that. Okay. Pick up all these demi-human skulls. Okay, now then, Septimund.
Do you require the undead? I obey.
So we have you, a cleric and Doom Guide. Doom Guide is a Kelemvor-related thing. Spell penetration. He is basically a cleric. Could be useful. What have you got? You've got Septimund's Blade. Also get that identified so you can hand it back to him.
I obey.
Marked with runes sacred to the god Kelemvor, this heavy blade is wielded by the somber young Doomguard Septimund. Could be useful. I think maybe we'll take him. What have you got in spells? Oh, you have a lot. You have quite a few spells there. You're more of a damaging kind of caster, not a healer. We'll see how... Oh, wait. No, there's no Doom Guide spells. What kind is he? He's lawful neutral. I think it might be worth it to take him with us. At least for now. Instead of Lastry. We're for level 14, he's level 13. He's a level below us. Could do something about that. Let's see if we can get over to here, and I do feel like freeing this town from the Luskanites might be a good idea if we could. Here's the ship. Doesn't appear to be much of anything else here. There are a lot of Luskan soldiers. I wonder, if we do decide to attack, what'll happen? Aside from everything turning hostile. Interesting that our strength is increased.
Yes.
You cast Awaken. It's good to have it.
I ask you to follow
Alright.
me now.
Let's save before we do this. Alright then, Ryan Shepherd.
good to see you.
We are here to
Tell me why
kill
you've
you
come.
and free Port Llast. Come now, be reasonable. Even if you bear my country ill will, I'd recommend you still your ire. The nuances of diplomacy escape you. Perhaps me pointing out that I have a ship full of guards posted at the docks might change your mind. Not a chance. You die today. That's funny. You will not leave Port Llast with your head. Of that, you can be sure. We have the garrison key. A halberd and a halberd. And there's Ramos.
Free at last. You have my thanks. Tell me, have all the Luskans been driven from Port Llast?
No, the city guard as well as the reinforcements on the Platinum Pride remain.
Then the real danger still remains. There is a powerful cleric aboard that ship. He must be stopped in order for our coup to be successful. I fear that if you delay too long, he will call upon whatever dark deity he worships to raise Ryan Shepherd from the dead.
The people of Port Llast look to you. You should flee the town in case we fail.
My duty lies with Port Llast. My fate, and that of my town, will be as one.
Very well. I'll return to you when the town is free again.
Good luck.
Also, now that I think about it, let's get a bless out. Probably should.
Ready.
Do you have any spells that you can cast to help? How about a flame weapon?
Indeed.
Alright, let's go. Ooh, oh, better idea, better idea. Righteous Might, please. We're gonna need it. Big and powerful and scary, and let's kill them all! And there's wraiths out there. This is gonna be a group thing. Okay, get over there. We need to help. Come on, we need to get to that cleric. Also need to kill the rest of these guards. I didn't even see that we could go in there.
Prepare to...
Looks like that boost, the buff wore off. Alright, let's get to the ship. Deal with that cleric. Didn't seem to be... I don't see the cleric. Did we clear them all out? We may have cleared them all out. And he's gone. So what's going on now? Oh wait, he's right there. I didn't see that he had moved out of his jail cell.
Is it finished? Is Port Llast free again?
Yes, you can resume leadership. That is good news indeed. Your efforts on our behalf will not soon be forgotten. The folk of Port Llast shall forever be in your debt. I merely did what was right. Please, take this token of good faith. It has been in my family for nearly 3 generations. But please say nothing. I insist you take this. Just make good use of it. Forgive me, but I've neglected my duties for far too long. Feel free to return later if you need anything. Okay, get these 2 items identified.
What?
We have +1 halberd, okay. Sigil of the Last Port. This small disc of gold is carved in a surprisingly intricate pattern resembling the layout of Port Llast, a sliver of turquoise representing the surrounding sea. Through this sigil, you can almost feel the determination and strength that has kept the town alive for so long. Armor bonus against orcs and bonus hit points. Yeah, I think that's worth it to keep. I mean, why not? Alright. As for speaking to you...
Ah, the heroes of the hour. I'm glad to see you again.
How fares Port Llast? We are slowly recovering, but still have our share of problems. What problems? It seems as if the gods themselves conspire against us. Our trade routes by sea and land are inaccessible. What's wrong with the sea route? Our sea trade suffers from these cursed storms. The frequency and ferocity of the recent weather is most troublesome. I am in need of an emissary to consult... Okay. Consult with, the local temple of Umberley for advice, but after everything you've already done, I am loath to ask anything else for you. However, the roads are still dangerous, and this task requires professionals. So what say you? Will you assist Port Llast again? Of course. Travel north and west from Port Llast, no more than a day's travel. There's a temple dedicated to the Queen of the Depths in a seaside cavern there. Speak with the princess and beg her intercession with vengeful Umberley. We must do all we can to find out why these storms occur and to stop them.
Ah, the hero...
Tell me about the land route. I've received news that our overland trade caravans have continually been assaulted by strange undead creatures from the east. You have already done so much for us. Are you willing to do more? Can you find the source of these undead attackers and put a stop to them? I will do what I can to bring the undead to a proper rest. I've heard these undead attack the East Gate nightly. I suggest you start your search east of Port Llast. Indeed. So, those are our quests. And we also got an extra feat here.
I ask you to
Neverwinter
follow me
Patriot.
now.
Your devotion to protecting the laws and ideals of the Lord's Alliance has a positive effect on the populace of the Sword Coast. Excellent! And one more thing that we're going to need to do. Well, first... Oh, hold on. Weapon rack. What's in this weapon rack, I wonder? An unidentified longsword. What kind?
What?
+3 a longsword. And Tyr's Justice is +2. You know what? We need a +3. So I think we'll replace Tyr's Justice with this other sword, which will give the boosts. To that, we need to go all the way back south. Back to the keep. Hey, everything's good. There's Parzish.
If you're looking for supplies in
Show me what you have for sale. There's cheap halberds and cheap. Yeah, 1,000 gold limit. Neverwinter's where we're gonna need to go to deal with some of these things. We got some armor here. And the commoners are actually out walking the streets. Good on them. I guess we killed the cleric without even realizing. I wonder if we can get in here.
What?
Can you pick the lock?
What is it?
Success, not 100! Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to pick that.
Now.
Okay. All is good. Now, let's run south. Back to the keep. Don't think there's anything else we can do here. Not at the moment.
Get in step. Follow me.
Right. So, that's Priory of the Deaths. That's, what is it? Priory of the Deaths. A moment. Oh. Oh. Okay, so we are not going to be able to do anything until Septimund helps. Okay. I fear we have wandered too far afield. I must return to Port Llast, lest I shirk my post. I will see you there, ere you return. Very well, then. I guess we can't level him up quite yet. For now, let's head back and we'll do the benefits and boosts. In fact, I think we can do it here in Neverwinter City.
Yes.
Yes, we can do it here in Neverwinter City. Let's go to our trading post. Let's see. Magician's Workbench, that's where I believe we need to go. Now, this to you, and this as well. What is it? Aurel's Icy Accoutrement. This chainmail was once the property of a cleric of Aurel under the employ of the Luskans who controlled Port Llast. With the city freed, this armor seems to have reluctantly accepted your use, though having its constant chill nearby is often a far cry from comfortable. Vulnerable to fire damage, immune to cold, and a +1 armor bonus. Useful. Okay, then.
Yes.
Now, as for the benefits for this, where are the enchantments? We want... Holy Weapon, I believe? Yes. Holy Weapon. There we go. And we're also giving it fire damage. There we go. That Tier's Justice is going to be sold, but now we have this, which is beautiful. Indeed. We have so much coin. No, regardless. Let's sell these items. Trader, I think we may have some things we can send back. Yes, the ore and the skins. That's good. Okay. We have to sell things to the other person. Okay, Phineas the Sensate.
I welcome you, friend.
We can bring you Darksteel. That's all we have at the moment, so thank you. Now, over to here, into the Thayan Enclave. So we can sell these few items we have.
I ask you to follow.
Including the Aurel's Icy Accoutrement and Tier's Justice. Ooh, that is valuable. Definitely worth what we did for it. Alright then. Now we'll head back up, get the Doom Guide back in our side. Rest in the town, and then I'm going to end the episode. As this episode has actually gone on long
In step.
enough.
Follow me.
Just do the quick run up. Not going to be a big problem. I do wonder what 2 resources we're missing in order to finish up with the sensate there. Very curious. And I'm glad we freed Port Llast from the problems that it was dealing with. All is well with Port Llast. Luskan is probably very pissed off, but hey, all is well with Port Llast. And there's Septimund. Unfortunately, we can't boost him up level-wise.
Do you require the
Alright. Now, let's go into the inn and rest there. Nice and cheap. Alright, Falgor, if you don't mind.
Welcome, friends, welcome. I've got the best...
I'll take my room now. Come on, how long is this taking? Thank you! Alright, we're good. What are your robes, now that I think about it? Septimund's armor. Okay, some good stuff. Unlimited uses of detect undead. That's also nice. You could use more gear and the like, but for now, I think you're fine. And with that, I am going to end this episode here. Next episode, we'll go deal with the undead problem and go deal with the other problem in order to let trade begin again. But that'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I'm Chester44. That is Alice Starshield, Alan Strata, Mistor Magdalene, Juliana Bronzebelly, Umoja, and Septimus. Was it Septimus? Septimund. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2, Storm of Zehir. And I shall see you all next time.